Welcome back to Low Stress Math with Mrs. Bono. We are in Chapter 2, Graphing Lines, Lesson 3, Slope from a Graph. So, this is a warm-up. Stop the video and do the warm-up. I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, I hope you paused the video and did the problems. You know the only way to learn math is to do math. So let's plot the following points and connect them with a straight line. So, negative 5, 4. First number is left 5, second number is up 4. 0, 3. First number is no right or left, second number is up 3. 5, 2. 5 to the right, up 2. Now, if I graphed correctly, I should be able to connect these points with one straight line. There we go. Arrows on each end because lines continue. I always graph, I go slightly past the graph. Above and below, right or left, just slightly past the graph. Okay, now I have to do the next one. And how did I know that it was going to form a straight line? Because it says, plot the points, connect them to make a line, to form a straight line. So if I had incorrectly graphed them, it wouldn't have been a straight line. The next one, 7, 0, 7 to the right, not up or down. 3, negative 2, 3 to the right, down 2, and negative 1, negative 4. And just a little past the graph on both sides. Don't just connect the points. Make a line. Form a straight line. Straight lines go on forever. They need arrows. All right. Now, let's find the slope of these two lines. How do you find the slope? Well, the first thing you have to do is look at them. Is it positive? Is it negative? How do you know? Remember my buddy Lefty? The little guy I like to draw on the left side? Let's look at Lefty. Oh, Lefty would be walking down. So this is a negative slope. So the first one, number 1, is a negative slope. And here's my little buddy Lefty again. And now, Lefty's going to have to climb the hill. So that makes that a positive slope. So now I know. The first one is going to be negative, the second one's going to be positive. All right, how do I actually find the slope of the line? I have to count the boxes, not the lines, the boxes. And we're going to do rise over run. Rise is going up, run is going right or left. So let's take a look at this first one. I want to find how to get from here to here. So the way I do it is I pretend I'm walking on streets. I cannot walk through people's homes. I can only walk along the streets. So if I want to get from here to here, I have to walk up 1 block. So my rise is 1. And then I'm going to turn left, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks till I get to the house. So my run is negative 5 because I turned left. Okay, let's take a look at these two. Pick a lower point, and to get to this one, I have to walk 1, 2 blocks. So my rise is 2, and then I'm going to turn right 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So my run is 4. So rise 2, run 4, rise 1, run negative 5. Now let's make that into the slope of the lines. So the first one is, M stands for slope. I might not have told you that before, but I'm going to write it down now. Slope equals M, which is equal to rise over run. Remember, rise is the change in y, the y direction, and run is the change in the x direction. So rise over run is going to be 1 over negative 5. So my slope, m is going to equal 1 over negative 5. And if I put that in a calculator, it's probably going to give me negative in front 1 over 5, or it might have even written it as a decimal of negative 0.2. My preference is rise over run, so I would prefer this as my slope. We'll get to that later. Positive. Okay, let's take a look at this. My slope is going to equal rise over run. And in this case, my rise is 2, my run is 4. Oh, but if I put that in a calculator, it's going to be 1/2. So my rise over run, 1/2. All right, let's try the next one. Steps to finding the slope from a graph. All right, choose 2 points on a graph. Boom, boom. Start from the point on the left. Since you read a graph from left to right, remember, here's Lefty. Where is he going on this slope? Lefty's going up, so that's going to be a positive slope. Then you're going to draw your triangle and count the rise and run. Right. Remember, you can only walk on streets. You can't walk through people's houses. All right, step 2, count the rise. Let's count the rise. Whole boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. Count the run. 1, 2, 3 boxes. All right, so my slope, m, is going to equal 4 over 3. All right, it will be a refraction and reduce if possible. Well, that's silly, I know that. It's going to be 4/3. All right, here we go. Your turn. Stop the video and try this one. Okay, welcome back. I hope you actually listened. And here we're going to draw a triangle. This is going to be the rise, and this is going to be the run. And here's Lefty. Now, I could have picked this point and gone up higher and over. I'm going to show you that it doesn't make a difference. So he's going up, so I already know that this is a positive slope. Now, rise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Run. 1, 2, 3. My rise over run is 4 over 3. Now, let's say I had started at this lowest point and went to the higher one. Then it would be, you know, I'm even going to change color for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to draw the whole triangle because it's easier that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I would have 8 and 6. So my rise would be 8 and my run would be 6. And when I reduce that, I still get 4/3. So it doesn't matter which 2 points you pick. Just make sure in the end you reduce it to lowest terms or simplify your fraction. All right, let's take a look at the next page. You know, this looks like a really long lesson, but it's not. It's mostly just a lot of pictures. Okay, so let's look at these slopes. Before I do anything, I'm just going to make decisions. I'm going to draw my little Lefty. And in this one, he's going down, so this is a negative slope. And, oh, here's Lefty. He's walking straight. I know this is going to be a 0 slope. And here's Lefty. He's going straight up again. That's a positive slope. And here's my little guy. He's walking up again. That's a positive slope. And my little guy, even though it's not a lot, he's still going up, still positive. And my little man is going down. That is negative. So now that I know what types of slope I'm working with, I am actually going to write 0 here. M equals 0 because it's not doing anything. And anything that's negative, I'm going to put the negative sign so I don't forget. And now I can do rising and running. Remember we talked about finding quote-unquote good points. Good points are where the graph or the line intersects at the corner of a grid. So let's make it really big so you can see what I am talking about. So this is a good point. This is a good point. Wherever the line crosses at the corner of a grid. Now, I like to take the closest 2 points, so I'm going to rise 1, and I'm running -2 because I'm going left. So my rise over 1, -1/2. All right. For this one, I don't need to do anything. It's flat as a pancake. It's 0. But for this one, I have to find some points. Here's a good point, here's a good point, here's a good point, here's a good point, here's a good point. Up until now, if you look, you could see I was counting by ones, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But here, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 20, I'm counting by threes. But on the bottom, I'm counting by ones. Be careful. Be careful. Because each one of the boxes on the rise, let's see, this is 3, 6. That's rise, 6. Then run, 1. Be careful. My rise here is 6. My run is 1. Even though it's 2 boxes, it's worth 6. So 6 over 1, m equals 6 over 1. Well, that's just 6. All right? Be careful. Look at what each box is worth. It's always the first thing after positive, negative. What's that box worth? So for this one, it's going up, it's positive. Boxes are worth 1 each. And let's find some good boxes. Hey, this is a good one here. This is a good one here. And here's another good one. Here's another good one. So my rise is 3. My run is 2. Rise over run, m equals 3 over 2. For this one, well, here's a good spot. Here's a good box. Here's a good box. My rise is 1. And wait a second. No, it's not. Bono, you didn't follow your own directions. 2, 4, 6, 8. Each one of these is worth 2. I didn't rise 1. I rose 2. Careful, careful. 1 on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. So my rise over run is 2 over 4, which actually is 1/2. So my slope is 1/2. They got me on that one. I should have put my glasses on. Here's the next one. It's going by ones, going by ones. I feel a little better. I know it's negative. Let's find some good spots. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Isn't that a good box? I don't know. It doesn't look good. Here we go. Being careful. Here's a good box. Being careful. Here's a good box. So I'm going up. Oh, that's in the middle of nothing there, isn't it? Here's a good box. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm having a hard time with this one. Jesus. Put your glasses on, old woman, and look more carefully. That is no good a box. Here we go. And neither is this one. So let's try again. Not so fast. There we go. My rise from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the run, 3. Run, 1, 2, -3, because I had to turn left. So rise over run, 4 over -3, or -4/3. All right. how about these examples? How do we determine the slope on these examples? Well, remember my little guy Lefty? Look at him. He's not going up, he's not going down, he's walking a straight line. That is a zero slope. So my slope m equals 0. Well, that's not too bad. Uh-oh, if I draw Lefty, here's what's going to happen to him. Oh no, he's going to fall straight down. That's because a vertical line is undefined. So my slope is undefined. I don't even have to write the m. Okay, poor little guy. All right. The graph at the right represents the distance, d miles. Look, they're counting by 50. Traveled by a red car over time at t hours. At least the time is in ones. What type of slope? Well, look at it. Here's Lefty. And he has to climb up, so this is a positive slope. Pick two good points. Well, they already gave me the points here. It's going up 50, 100, 150. So my rise is 150 over how many hours? 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. My run is 4. The slope of the line, 150 over 4. That doesn't look, I could reduce that, can't I? 75 over 2. Can I reduce it more? Yeah, but then I'm getting decimal. Let's not do that. So 75 over 2. What does the slope represent in the context of this situation? What that really means is you should put the units on. So this is miles, and this is hours. What do you know? That's miles per hour, miles and hours. Ah, this is representing the speed because it is miles and hours. All right, these graphs represent the amount of water, well, that makes sense, gallons in pool A over time, t hours, and the amount of water, gallons, in pool B over t hours. Okay, so again, looking here, this is counting by 60s, but the time is ones. Now this one's counting by 50s, and the time is 1. Let's draw our little guy. If he's going up, this is a positive slope, which makes sense because it says they're filling the pool. Now this is draining the pool. Here's Lefty, and he's going down. That's negative. All right, now let's find two good points here at 0, 0, and here at 184. My rise is 180. My run is 4. And for here, look at this, 50, 100, 150. My rise is 150. And my run, -1, -2, -3, -4. -4 for the run. Okay, find the slope of A. Slope of A. Rise over run. Slope equals 180 over 4, which is equal to 45 over 1. Now I'm going to put the units. The amount of water, the rise is gallons, and the run is in hours. So what does it mean? When I'm filling it, it's 45 gallons per hour.